ultimately, the protege of the Gurjar Pratiharas, Indrayudha, was defeated by Dharmapala and also by the Rashtrakutas. What Dharmapala did was that after defeat of Indrayudha, he set his own protege Chakrayudha on the throne of Kanauj. These Ayudhas were the local rulers. And then he organized a grand ceremony where he invited different rulers from other regions to that ceremony to show off power of Dharmapala himself. Now there is a different kind of opinion regarding this tripartite struggle. Scholars like D.C. Sharkar, he feels that we should not give this nomenclature tripartite because here the Ayudha family is also involved. So we have the Ayudha rulers of Kanauj who are the local rulers. So immediately when we have the Ayudha rulers, it becomes a conflict between the four parties. So he says that it is not a tripartite struggle. On the other hand, the conflict between the Palas and the Gurjar Pratiharas, he looks at it as an old conflict which the Goras had with the rulers of Kanauj from the earlier times, and he calls it a Gora-Kannukubja struggle. So this is how historians look at a particular event. But normally it is common to say that this struggle was between three powers, the Gurjar Pratiharas, the Palas and the Rashtrakutas. Dharmapala's son Devpal, he also got involved in this struggle. Then again the Gurjar Pratihara kings like Nagabhatta II, later on Mihira Bhoja, they also got involved in the struggle, and there was always this one party being defeated by the other, and the Rashtrakutas' role was very important. They were emerging successful, but because of the place where they were living, so they had to cross the Vindhyas and move to their own territory, so they could not actually sit there. So what happened is that they went for a raid, came back, and then this was taken advantage of by the other rulers. For a large period, we find then we do not hear anything of the Palas or the Pratiharas fighting there, and we have Mihira Bhoja, the Pratihara ruler. He was actually the most important Pratihara ruler who was ruling in this region of Kanauj. As for the Rashtrakutas, we have the important rulers like Dhruva, Govinda III, and then Amogha in the 9th century. And Amogha Sanjan copper plate is very important. It is the very important source for understanding this whole struggle. And later on, Krishna III in the 10th century stabilized the kingdom despite internal problems and additional ambition of capturing Kanauj. The Rashtrakuta Pratihara rivalry also had its root in the contention over occupying Malwa. I mentioned that Malwa was very important, so because it was a corridor. When the Gurjaras occupied Kanauj, they naturally lost no time, and there was this